Hello, everyone. Welcome to the daily Cruz prayer and or message. I hope everyone is doing well. I myself, I'm doing really well. Just wanted to get on here and put out a public announcement. Now, this message that I'm about to channel for you, it is a very deep and disturbing message, okay? I just want to start it off by saying that. Now, you guys may hear some things right now that is not going to sit well with you. And I just want you to know that you can do your research, okay? Do your own research and come up with your own truth. Don't take my word for it, okay? Just please do your own due diligence. Okay, listen, for the last 2.5 years, many people may wonder, well, why is she coming up with all this information? How does she know this information? It's because I've been doing the work, the spiritual work, for the last 2.5 years. My whole life has revolved around spirituality. So there's things that I know that you have no idea about. Because, many of you are still caught up, let's just say it, caught up in the matrix, doing the same shit that you've been doing. Okay? You in a whole different, let's just say many of you are in hell, doing the same shit over and over again, expecting a different result. And it's okay, because I was once there as well. All right? So listen. Do your research. Okay? Now, if you're someone who believes in past lives, there is an age, the ancient Atlantean age, okay? You can look it up. And I believe, based off of what God has shown me, that back then, that was like thousands of years ago, that was a really advanced life. Like people there, they were very advanced back there in the Atlantean age. And the divine feminine, the people who were predominantly divine feminine, they were using their power for evil. Many people were back then. And so like they were doing some things. They were like creating humans. I don't know how they was doing it, but like Frankensteins and stuff like that back then. You've seen the story about Frankenstein, right? That shit is real. They were doing that. They were using magic and they were using all types of spells and shit and electricity and stuff. And they were in the laboratories and they were creating humans. I don't know if it was like if a baby passed away or something like that, or if someone died or something, they was able to do some things and bring them back to life. I don't know how they did it. I don't know the ins and outs, but just know it was getting done back then. It was a lot of evil corruption going on back then. It was so corrupt that God had to destroy that whole age. Like that whole civilization, that's the word I'm trying to say. That civilization was destroyed. The divine feminine was fighting the divine masculine, and then, it got so bad to where the divine feminine's energy was suppressed. It's like the energy was out of control and shit. Now the divine feminine energy is coming back up. I guess because, karma was paid. A lot of karma was paid from all of those thousands of years. Now God is like, okay, I think it's safe to bring the divine feminine back and shit. So look, I say all of that to say this. There are some Frankensteins walking around here today. There are people who are amongst us now and they do not have a soul. It's happening again. Okay, it's like history is repeating itself. It's the patterns are repeating itself. There are a group of individuals right now in the present day who are doing some shit in these laboratories, and they are creating like test tube babies. You ever heard of that? Test tube babies? Like, that's real. They are actually doing shit. Maybe they got one of them old books from the Atlantean days or something, and they reading the books and learning how to do. But they are doing that. They've been doing it. They've been cloning people. You know, there are some weeds. You know, the weeds and the flowers. I talked about this in one of my previous videos. There are weeds around here. They look like humans and shit. They act like humans, but they do not have a soul. And they're being controlled by some type of entity, like a demon or something. I don't know. Look, it's real. You can do your research. Please do your research, because this is some information that needs to come out. These individuals who are, let's just call them Frankensteins and Frankensteiners, their purpose here is to take down the flowers. They target the flowers. They're trying to destroy the flowers. They're basically trying to destroy the world. They're trying to control the world and or destroy the world. And there's many of them. There's a lot. And they're not just white. It's in the DNA. They can be any color, any race. They're all over. They're all over. It's not just white people. I don't know how it happened. I seen one a while ago, a straight up robot. I swear to you, I did, at the grocery store. When God was revealing that to me, God had to show me one. I said, oh my God, that's a robot. He was a black man. A black man. Look, just recently, you know, they're trying to come up and put chips in people's heads. This is real. You know, oh boy, I don't even want to say his name, that billionaire. He done came up with some shit to say, hey, let me put this chip in your head and you can enhance your cognitive skills. And, you know, then what else did he say? If you let me put this chip in your brain, there's a chance that you might not die. You might can live forever if we can put this chip in your brain. When I heard about that, last year. When I heard about that, it's like something within me got activated, and I went to a whole other level. I said, they trying to turn this world into doomsday. What did he say? He said, if you let me put this chip in y'all's head, you can create emails. You can actually think of emails. You can think of an email, or you can send a text message with your thoughts. So basically, he wanted to put the chip into people's brain and turn them into cell phones. A cell phone. Think about that for a second. This is what I'm talking about. This is not the first time. This is not like a new situation. This shit has been going on. Now they're trying to bring it out to the public and say, hey, let me put this chip in your head. And matter of fact, I'm going to make you pay for it. I'm going to make it popular and shit. I'm going to make it, you know, I'm going to advertise it and make people wait in line to get the shit. Don't you know if they put that chip in your head, they got access to control every part of you? This shit is real. You can look that up. You know that's true. I know this is some scary shit, but just know that if you are a flower, you are divinely protected. You got to call on God and ask for guidance, ask for healing, ask for protection. Because there are a lot of demon-possessed individuals, and they are trying to control humanity. They out here trying to turn people into cyborgs. You know, remember the movie The Terminator and shit? Like shit like that. They trying to turn people into robots. Like literally, they're trying to turn God's children into robots. They got articles about it. So look, many of you, I gotta tell you like this, many of you are laying next to robots. You know, those individuals that don't have a soul. They got that faulty DNA. You know, like, I don't know how that is working, but they're soulless. And many of you are running up, chasing after some individuals who are soulless, crying and fighting and trying to get someone to be with you who don't even have a fucking soul. And that is the demon's plan. The dark plan is to keep you stuck on one of theirs. See, they'll bring one of theirs to you and have you going around and around trying to be with that person and trying to, you know, make it work with that person. And all along, that person is a robot. They don't even have a soul. And then there's some humans who do have a soul, but it's just been taken over by the demons. You know what I'm saying? So there's like soulless individuals who don't even have it. And then there's some who are they just gave the shit away. And, you know, they are considered, you know, they be playing with you and shit. Like emotion, they be playing with your emotions. They're very deceptive. They can put on a show and shit. They can like, it's like, they're like actors and actresses and shit. They can be very convincing because they got like some type of demon on them and is speaking through them and is very convincing. And that shit is really scary when you really sit and think about it. Because their job is to keep God's flowers, God's children stuck in hell with them. So if you're someone who continues to be entertained by that, and you're wondering, why is this shit? Why am I going through this? What is going on around here? Just know that could be it. You could be dealing with a soulless individual. Some of y'all had children by these people. It doesn't mean that your child is going to be soulless, because if the mother has a soul, then when the child, no matter if she has sex with a soulless individual or a demon infested individual or someone with that faulty DNA, it doesn't matter if she has sex and had a child with that individual. As long as she has a soul, the baby that comes out of her will have a soul. But there's some people, there's women who don't have a soul. It's just the way the cards was laid. They don't have a soul. And when they have children, their children, they don't have a soul either, because their mother don't have a soul. It's all about the mother. Look, do your research. Ask God to clear your area, like clear your mind before you start doing the research. Clear your mind and pray over all of the information that you see. If you get guided to an article to read, say a prayer over that article before you even read it. This is how I do my situations. Every video that I look at, I'll say a prayer before I look at the video to make sure that it's blessed and make sure that it's not any garbage and I'm not putting in any poison. And when I read something, I make sure that it's not poison and it's not garbage. And I ask for it to be for my highest and greatest good. Everything that I do with intention. This is how serious this is around here, my friends. This is very serious. You have to do everything with intention. Because there are individuals who are out here trying to take your soul. They're trying to drain you of your energy. You can call them energy vampires. They're out here. They're amongst us. They are amongst us. So that's why you have to pray and set intentions with everything. Even when you eat, when you drink, when you use the bathroom, I'll be just saying a prayer and shit. Help me to release all that I need to release. And allow me to receive all that I'm meant to receive. You know, I do things like that because it's very, very critical right now and it's very serious. Now, I'm going to make sure that I teach my children how to do that too. You know, because I'm going to make sure my children know what's going on around here. They're going to know how to protect themselves. So anyways, I hope this message is as clear as possible. And I pray that this message reaches all of the beings that it is meant to reach with ease and grace. Please, God. So take care of yourself. I love you. Bye.